Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions.
Set to kick off.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Down. 90 Wolf. 54. Snap.
Off play action. Win. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Throwing on first down. Win. But that's complete to Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Right there. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Get it.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy. 54. You don't see me in your... Come.
Looking to throw. Win. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lock in, lock in. Don't get nervous.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Win. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jesse James, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now left side on the swing pass. Space to maneuver at the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They go play action with Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 35.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, Burton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. That's caught by Montgomery. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Lock in, lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Trey Burton. Incomplete. Darius Slay on the cover.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
I got you,
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Right there, 54 Mike. And we got to get to the ball, team. Be crippled.
From the gun, Wynn. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
18. Hey, let's go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line. 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 23-yard
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be, and what do we need to do?
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here's Sanders, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Sanders And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan, Coach. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Johnson was the intended receiver. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now Trubisky on third and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down now, it's Sanders. He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
Whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
We play to win. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let him know.
Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. On second down, it's Cohen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 11.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang it.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears have taken the lead. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 24, Lions 21. Steven Hauschka set to kick off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Ray McLeod, the intended target. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Here we go! 18 Gator.
Hey, let's get this.
Switch Greystone, travel. Switch it.
Check 3.
Light. Let's go.
2nd and 2. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. The 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They'll run with Sanders. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Right here. Check 31. Check.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Win. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Dancing to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Check.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, ball.
Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. It's caught by Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way, because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm coming.
Throwing again. Wynn. He'll get this one to Galladay. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now his shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start things on first with Troy Cohen, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing here, Trubisky. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now Cohen. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42.
A gain of 18 on the play. And first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Back to throw. Win. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Cohen. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. On third down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next is for the Lions, 49. Bears, 31.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
18. Right 34, right 34. Scoop. You don't want this.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
180.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Intended for Taylor Gabriel. It's third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they will take a knee here.
Trubisky on the keeper.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36.